Hello and welcome to Going Deep with Joe. Today we're going to be talking about the pilot episode of Marvel's Runaways. Or The Runaways? I'm not really sure, and there's no way to know for sure which one that would be. Anyway, I want to talk about specifically one line in the opening of this show. Now I have to kind of set this because nobody's seen the show before. The show opens with a scene of a bus, and in this bus we see a boy, and this boy is reading a book. And we think maybe this book means something, but in actuality, what we're really supposed to be following is a girl. And this girl is on this bus, and she seems maybe upset or maybe unsure of herself. It's as if she's escaped or she's, she's bust or she's fled in a direction that's not the direction she's supposed to go in. I'm not really sure how to refer to her. But we see her leave this bus. We see her leave this bus in a new location. She makes a phone call on this device on a wall. It's sort of like a cell phone, but it doesn't seem to have any kind of visual feedback as to what you're doing. It has physical, touchable buttons that she's pressing, and she picks up some sort of device and holds it to her ear. And somebody on this other phone, they say the word destiny, and we're not really sure. Is this supposed to say something about this character? Perhaps this is this character's name. I don't know how we would know that for sure. Two men approach her, and they seem to be surrounding her a little bit, and then words appear on the screen, and it says we're saving you, and she's like, get off me, and they follow her, and then two other people appear behind these other two people and hit them with some sort of metallic device that seems to disable them, and then they present her this fleer, this woman who has fled in a different direction, a runaway actually would be a really, she's run away. These two women introduce this runaway to this van, and in this van she sees a group of people, and she's kind of concerned about this group of people, and she says, well, maybe this is a cult, but it's actually not a cult because they did specifically say you can totally leave at any time. This is not a cult. We don't even use the word cult, so I mean, they don't use the word cult. They can't be a cult. It's something else. Shortly after the scene of her entering this van, right, we see the two men who seem to be harassing her earlier. She would have been safer with us, and at this moment, the other person shakes their head slightly. And initially, I found this line very perplexing. I didn't understand what this would mean. Why is the second man shaking his head when he hears it? I don't know. Maybe they were trying to save her from the van. Maybe they've seen other people go into this van. Maybe they mistakenly believe that this is some sort of a cult. I'm not sure. The other thing that really stood out to me about this line is the phrasing of the line, she would have been safer than us with us, kind of seems to imply to me that maybe she would have been like not actually safe with them, but like maybe a little bit safe, like so something in between, like not safe but safe, like maybe like they were saving her, but then they maybe they weren't good. But I thought, well, that can't be it, because if they weren't good, why would they say they were saving her? And the opposite can't be true, because if they're bad guys, why would they say they were saving her? And then why would he at the end say that line to his friend, presumably his friend? I don't know. They could just be coworkers. I'm not sure. Why would he say she would have been safer with us if she wouldn't have been safe with them? And I think it's that duality, right? Like, that we can't possibly know these things. I think that's what makes that line really stand out for me. What really kind of seemed to make it very jarring for what was going on in that scene. Yeah. So I guess I don't really have the answer for this. I guess search within yourself or something. Anyway, this has been Going Deeper with Joe. Yeah.